Let me start first by congratulations to, I think, a visionary person that's in this room, and that's Mark Stone. If it wasn't for Mark's vision, we wouldn't be here today. And I think it goes back to a message that I tried to convey in the opening, that sometimes from very small things, really life-changing and society-changing things can happen. So hopefully, Mark, this is one of those, and we'll look back and remember your role in this. And also to thank the Parks Victoria team, and particularly John Senior and his team. IUCN runs many, many congresses, and I personally know how difficult it is to make it look as wonderful and well organised as this. I know from an organiser's perspective, you see all sorts of things that go wrong. I can tell you from a delegate's perspective, it was fantastic and very smoothly run from my view, and I think you deserve a great round of applause from everybody. Personally, I found this Congress very enriching and professionally enriching. Particularly, I enjoyed listening to our colleagues from the medical profession. I think really, from a parks perspective, these people are our best salespeople. They're selling a message that we've been trying to promote for many, many years, and sorry to say this to all you parks people, they're actually more convincing than we have been for 20 years. But also, I enjoyed the privilege of spending a little bit of time and discussing with the Wurundjeri people here, the delegates to this meeting, and to listen to their stories and their history. And as I said in the opening, hopefully you had the chance also to talk with them and listen to their stories. This week we've focused on a deceptively simple idea, an idea of reconnecting people to nature, reconnecting them in terms of their spiritual, mental and physical health, but also, and just as importantly, reconnecting people to understand that the consequences of their actions or their inactions towards nature and what it means ultimately for us in our current generation, but also for our children and grandchildren. And those two things, I think, are fundamental to our future and to sustainability. But we need to turn this very good and simple idea into action. And to do that, I believe we need to generate a popular movement. And perhaps with that, something like My Healthy Parks would be as popular as the wonderful iPhone applications we just saw, but also perhaps as popular as Facebook is to the current young generation, to be able to go out and use those parks for our own well-being and the well-being of our communities. But to do this, we need to forge alliances and partnerships. We need to be flexible. We need to build stronger alliances with the medical profession, with communities, with politicians, and with each other from local to global. But thirdly, we also need to show that the investment in parks is great value. We believe this, but we work in parks. Not everybody believes it. So we need to be convincing in terms of economic return on that investment, and equally we need to be convincing in terms of what is the economic loss if we don't invest in parks. What's the economic loss to health? What's the economic loss to community well-being? And what's the economic loss to nature? IUCN, as the international union for both government and non-governmental conservation organisations and agencies, and its fabulously hard-working and highly skilled Royal Commission on Protected Areas, we're a very proud partner of the Healthy Parks, Healthy People, let's say movement now rather than initiative. And we will try as within our resources to take forward the concepts that we've heard during this week and to take forward the elements that are in the Melbourne Communiqué into governments and the international system where we work to promote the concepts behind the Melbourne Communiqué and Healthy Parks, Healthy People into the Convention on Biological Diversity's meeting later this year in Nagoya. We'll also be working with Mark and his team to encourage the World Health Organization to join in this, and hopefully we'll see them in 2012 much more strongly, to test the idea of healthy parks, healthy people in developing countries. Primarily IUCN operates in developing countries, and Peter Shady in several sessions outlined how we already have one of these concepts beginning in Nepal. We will also encourage further development of the concept inside IUCN at our World Conservation Congress, which is in 2012, and we'll, as far as we can, we'll support the Healthy Parks, Healthy People Congress, which is also scheduled for 2012, and more broadly, to the extent is possible, push this idea into the UN generally overall. I believe that by the time we get to 2012, we will look back on this week here in Melbourne as the true start of a global movement for healthy parks, healthy people, and for a better society. Thank you.